What up, though, YouTube? It's your boy Takeover checking in again. We back with another video, man. Today we finna hit some chest and shoulders. I might throw a little triceps in at the end. I'm gonna start incorporating my chest and shoulder workouts together now, since I'll be taking a rest day, or maybe two, depending on how I feel. I usually would break my chest day and my shoulder day up, and sometimes, well, every other week, one of them will get hit twice. So either chest will get hit twice, or shoulders will get hit twice, since I was going 7 days a week. But since I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to take a rest day, I'm going to start doing my shoulders and triceps and chest all in one session. So it's going to be a lot of presses going on. I'm going to finish off on triceps, of course. I always do the heavy compound movements first still all day. Although I'm on prep and I'm 3 weeks out, you still want to get the heavy nitty gritty stuff out the way first. Still want to stick to the basics first. Like Ronnie say, everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody want to lift no heavy old weight. So we going to get in here, we going to move the weight, get the heavy stuff out the way. As the workout goes along, it's going to get easier and easier. We're still going to focus on controlling the weight, as always. Form over weight, getting a good contraction, getting a good pump, getting a good squeeze. I'm over here at Southside Iron. Like I said, I probably have finished my prep off over here. I love the atmosphere. I love the energy. I love the great old school equipment. Got the iron plates. It's everything about this gym is a vibe. You know, it's not a lot of distractions. You know, I'm real big on distractions, especially this close to prep to such a major show like this. This is a very big deal for me. So anything that I can do to put myself in a better situation to be able to execute 110% or even 1% more than what I was at a different location, then that's what I'm going to do. You know, this gym is like 30-minute drive from my house, which is, it's not bad because going to the other gym is about 25 minutes, but with traffic, you know, it's rounds out to be about 37 minutes anyway. So I'm going to see how it is during the week coming over here. And I don't have a lot of people getting in my way. I can film. Only thing, I film on my own, but that's cool. I got a better camera now, so I can film on my own. Long as y'all still rocking with the content, I'm cool with it. But I ain't gonna do too much talking, man. I'm gonna get straight to the business, man. Stay tuned. We finna get to it. All right, guys, we finna get to it. As you can see, I'm in the gym vibing out to that old school R&B, baby. I've been listening to that old school R&B, doing my workouts for the past week or so since I switched vibes, switched gyms. It's really a vibe, too. I got tired of hearing all that rah-rah music, man. All that jibber-jabber. When you listen to that old school R&B, it just set the tone. It helps you control the weight, make sweet love to the weights. You ain't getting all amped up and stuff like that. When we getting the joints warmed up, finna start off on some bench press. Although bench press is kind of heavy for me right now, I still like to incorporate this movement into my training sessions. I still prioritize compound movements. I'm not as strong as I was, which at this point in prep, strength don't really matter because it's all about using up the energy, using up the food that you're consuming throughout the day so you can stay in the calorie deficit to keep making progress, to keep getting leaner and leaner. So during these training sessions moving forward, I'm focusing more on set reps and set sets. So I'm doing at least 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps. Sometimes I'll do 15 reps depending on the movement. Like if I already start the exercise or the set and I don't want to stop and I can do more, then I'll do 15. But I'm still keeping my reps between 8 to 12. Making sure to get a good contraction. Everything is controlled. As you can see, I'm not exploding away. I'm not doing like a power lifter would do, or as sometimes I would do off season when I'm going for PRs. Everything is controlled. Really putting emphasis on controlling the weight is very crucial at this point as well because you're so lean and so dry. So the littlest thing could cause injury. If you move the wrong way, if you don't properly warm up, it could cause injury. That's why you see I've made sure to put emphasis on the warm-up process before my exercise, just in case anybody wants to bench press before, while they're on prep. Those are 2 warm-up movements that you can perform to help get your joints and muscles fired up before you just go in and start lifting. Things are a lot different the leaner you get. The leaner you get, you get to getting aches, you're dry, your joints are super dry, energy super low. Like some days are better than others. It all depends on the weather, it all depends on the rest, which is why I took a rest day, started incorporating rest days. I'm starting to get more and more in tune with my body, which is a great thing. As I get more seasoned, I'm getting more knowledgeable. I'm being more receptive to information. Sometimes I must admit, I used to come off as a know-it-all. You couldn't tell me anything. I wasn't teachable. I was very much stuck in my ways, but I've outgrown that because the key to getting better is learning. Every day you should be willing to learn something. Every day you should be willing to try something new. You never know how it works until you try it. You can't knock it until you try it. Moving forward, like I say, I would definitely be taking at least 1 rest day a week. As I get into my growth season, off season, or whatever, however you choose to word it, I probably would take 2 rest days a week. I'll probably rest the days. Like I always want to improve my back and my legs. So with that being said, I'll probably train back, rest the next day, train legs, rest the next day. So basically rest after training every muscle group that I want to improve to make sure that it's getting max recovery. Sometimes I may even switch it up and take 2 rest days back to back while still keeping my food high to maximize the recovery time. I'm going to incorporate more rest days. Like I say, with the bench press, I didn't want to go too crazy. I just wanted to get a feel for the movement. Now I'm on to incline chest press on the machine. The reason that I chose the machine instead of the dumbbells is because, like I said, injury is very, very easy to obtain right now with you being so lean, so dry. And I get a much better contraction on incline press machines or even the Smith machine. Even during off season, I prefer incline shoulder press on machines or incline chest press on machines. The contraction and the stretch is just so much better. You can get a much better squeeze and stretch. Although you still want to use dumbbells or barbells to work on those stabilizing muscles, at this point in prep, like I say, that's not really a key factor right now. It's just all about keeping the muscles firing, exerting the energy. So each workout, I try to burn at least 500 calories during my lifting sessions. At least. I try to earn my meal. I won't leave the gym until I burn 500 calories from performing weight training. I'm keeping the rest periods very short, 30 seconds to 1 minute, to really make sure I'm getting a good pump. As you can tell, each set is getting more and more difficult. But I'm not breaking my form, and I'm controlling the weight as much as possible, especially on the stretch. I really put emphasis on the stretch. The shoulder press machine. I really like these machines too. I think the brand is Magnum. It's that old school feel, man. It hits perfect. And as you can see, they got the handle. They got the neutral handle. They got a handle where you can hit right above your shoulders. And they have a handle where you can target more of the front delts. As you can see, I'm using the handle that targets more of the front delts. That way I could eliminate doing front raises during this workout. I try to get as much out of each exercise as I can at this point, since I'm doing chest and shoulders together. I'm trying to eliminate all of the small groups while I can from all the big groups. So instead of isolating front delts, I just incorporated the shoulder press with the angle that targets the front delts more, so I can get more out of the movement. Each week it will switch up. Well, we're 3 weeks out now, so it won't really make a difference. But next week when I train chest and shoulders, then I'll perform front lateral raises to really put emphasis on the front delts. But since I'm doing 3 muscle groups this training session, I'm trying to get more out of each movement as I can. And I want to say, as you're going through your workouts, don't be afraid to take weight off to control the weight. Don't be afraid to take weight off to control the movement. And it's all about angles and tension. So as you can see now, I'm moving to the shoulder press with the cables, because it still incorporates my stability muscles, but I'm able to bring the press above my head on here, as I wasn't able to do so on the chest press machine. You can see the stabilizer muscles are really getting to work. Look how shifty I am, how I'm basically fighting the resistance from trying to, keep myself locked in place. Building your stabilizer muscles are very important, especially if you power lift or you want to get big bench press, big squats, big deadlifts, anything of that nature. Any big lifts, you want to always train your stability muscles. Don't just be a machine-based lifter if you want to build strength. And my thing is, the bigger the muscle, the stronger the muscle. Once you control the weight, you have no choice but to get stronger. Don't switch techniques to be able to move more weight. Keep the form the same, the old school basic, textbook way, and build the strength. It's going to take you so much further. Your body is going to look so much better. You're going to feel so much better. You're not going to be as injured. You notice a lot of power lifters or a lot of people who use technique to lift, they're always injured because they're improperly lifting. They're improperly training. Their form is all jacked up. So their body is taking the extra beating because their joints, they're moving the weight with their joints and bones instead of with their muscles. So always control the weight and stick to textbook form, man. You see, everything is nice and controlled. And I'm hitting all of the key movements: upper chest, flat chest, shoulders, getting them chest flies to get them striations in the middle of the pecs. We want to hit all of the different angles. Each angle plays a huge part in showing your physique. And I must admit, some workouts are very, very, very challenging for me mentally. As you can see, it's very challenging sometimes. Like the last 4 weeks is when it really, really gets difficult on prep. But this is the time where it makes or breaks the athlete or the bodybuilder. This is where you see what you really, really have, because everybody don't have the mental fortitude to dig deep and to keep suffering more and more to get better and better. Like, a lot of people think conditioning comes easy. It don't come easy. You really have to suffer for conditioning. Like, for example, me, myself, I feel it most in the morning. Like, once I wake up and do my fasted cardio, I'm feeling good. After my cardio on my ride home, on my ride to work, by the time I get to work, I'm just out of it. I'm so sluggish. And I stop and get a large coffee every morning, but I'm so out of it. I usually don't get up and energized until I have to be at work at 7 o'clock most days. I usually don't get up and be energized until maybe 9 o'clock, 9:30, depending. Some days are better than others, but roughly 9 o'clock. Now, on my off days, I wake up, do my cardio, eat my first meal, and take a nap. And by the time I wake up, I'll be feeling good. But on work days, I can't take that nap after my fasted cardio. So I have to get ready for work and head out the door after my first meal. And like I said, the coffee helps a lot though, because without that coffee, man, woo! Then I work around candy all day, and I love Reese's. And that's what we see most of the time all day is Reese's. King size Reese's, caramel Reese's, Kit Kats, Jolly Ranchers. But this prep, honestly, I haven't been having any cravings, surprisingly. I haven't had any cravings. And this is my first time actually prepping for 2 competitions in 1 year. So I think that's why it's a little bit challenging for me, but all work is easy work, man. Like I say, it all boils down to how bad you want it. If you want it bad enough, you're going to suffer. Because like I said just a minute ago, not everybody has the mental fortitude to take what it takes to get shredded to the bone. Everybody want to be shredded to the bone, but everybody don't have what it takes. And with that being said, if I know everybody don't have what it takes and I want to win, I have to be willing to push myself to the edge every single day to get the final call that I want, which has been the last man standing on stage with my hand held up high. Now to finish off these shoulders, as you can see, I switched the hand placement. I switched machines. It's not plate loaded, it's pin loaded because my energy is super low at this point. But as you can see, I'm using the handle that's right over my shoulders this time and not targeting my front delts. On this set, I switched it up to the neutral grip just to get a different feel. I just want to try something different. Now we on to these triceps. This machine here is very good too. Nice and controlled. As you can see, I'm coming all the way up, getting a good pump. I try to keep a jacket on most training sessions, even though I'm in a secluded gym. It just helps me keep my body temperature up and keep me from looking in the mirror at myself. A lot of people get caught up in looking in the mirror and it messes up their workout. Sometimes it's good to look at yourself. I usually look at myself sometimes after I train, get a quick posing session in, because posing is very important as well. Posing can bring out lines and conditioning that training can't. So it's always good to pose in between sets or after your workout, although it's very, very difficult, when you're this close, but it pays. Nothing worth having comes easy. Always remember that. So if it hurts, it's working most of the time. It all depends. It all depends on what you're doing. Let me correct myself, because like I just said, a lot of people use technique to lift and it be hurting and it ain't working. But you can see them triceps super pumped through the jacket. I'm hitting all of the key movements, dips, the V-bar. Then I'm gonna isolate after this. I'm gonna isolate the triceps one by one. And I hope y'all rocking with this content. I know it's a little different, the angles and things like that in the voiceover, but like I say, I've been rocking to myself because mental health is very important, and being around all those different people and, being interrupted during my training sessions, it was beginning to take a toll on my mental health. So I had to do what was best for me at this point in prep and seclude myself, get away from people, but I still want to get you guys the content. So I hope y'all still rocking with the content, you know, as food get incorporated back into my life, or, you know, post-competition, then we'll go back to the basics and start having, you know, JV family and things like that. I start being around other people, collaborating with other people. But at this point, it's very personal for me. You know, this is a goal that I've been chasing for a very long time, and it's time to accomplish this goal. You know, like I said, this is my first time doing 2 shows back to back in 1 year, so that show you how bad I really want it. Most people who be around don't really understand that mindset, so I have to surround myself around people who understand that mindset, which is myself. Which is nothing personal against anybody else or anybody that I was around, who I was training with, or, you know, nothing personal against you guys at all. It's something that, you know, I'm in tune with myself right now. Bodybuilding is a very selfish sport, especially at this point in time. So to keep me from being mean or anal to anybody, you know, I just do what's best and remove myself from other people. You know, like I say, once prep over, then we can get back to rocking how we were, having fun in the gym. But at this point in time, it's crunch time. It's not really time to have fun. We'll have fun when it's time to get on stage, especially after we get this victory, baby. But that's it for this video, man. I hope y'all like the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, we checking out.